21 days trapped in wax and darkness. Then, light. You claw your way out of your sealed cell, your new legs trembling, your wings folded tight against your back. For the first time, you breathe the air of the hive. But there is no welcome, no gentle beginning. The first sight to greet you is not life, it is death. Corpses of your sisters lie crumpled on the floor, their husks dragged aside, their wings torn. The air is thick, heavy with the sweet sting of honey mixed with the bitter stench of rot. And before you can even stretch your wings, you are given your first command: not to eat, not to rest, to clean. You grasp the body of a dead bee, heavier than your own frail frame, and drag it to the hive's edge. It slips from your weak legs, falls into the dust below, and vanishes. One after another, you carry them out, your fallen kin, stripped of names, stripped of purpose. This is your welcome into the world, to be born in the shadow of the dead, and to learn in your very first breath that your life belongs to the hive, not to you. Days slip by, and your body begins to harden. Your wings are still folded, your strength not yet full, but there is no time to grow in peace. The hive demands more. You are shoved toward open cells, where pale, writhing larvae squirm in their wax cradles. They gape hungrily, blind mouths stretching wide, their tiny bodies trembling with need. Your duty is simple: feed them, endlessly. You chew pollen into a paste, mix it with honey, and deliver it to their waiting jaws. Hour after hour, mouthful after mouthful, until your own body aches with exhaustion. But the larvae never stop crying. And then comes the greater task: feeding the queen herself. She towers above you, her abdomen swollen, her presence thick with pheromones that cloud your every thought. You offer her food, mouth to mouth, as she lays egg after egg without pause. Hundreds, thousands, each one another future worker, another slave to the hive. There is no freedom here, no choice, only duty, carved into your flesh by instinct you cannot resist. And yet, even as you serve, a dark truth gnaws at you. Some of these larvae you feed will never live long. Some are destined to die before they ever open their eyes, and one day it may be your task to destroy them. By the end of your first week, your role shifts once more. You are no longer just a nurse, bending endlessly over the hungry mouths of larvae. Now, you are pulled into the orbit of a single figure, the queen. Her presence saturates the hive. Her scent drifts through every corridor, seeping into your mind, bending your will. It tells you what to do, how to act, even how to think. You are not just serving her, you are owned by her. She moves slowly through the hive, her body massive, her abdomen swollen with eggs. Dozens of you surround her, brushing her with your antennae, feeding her mouth to mouth, carrying her waste away. Every moment of her life is sustained by your labor. And as she passes, you spread her pheromones to the rest of the hive, a living signal that the queen still rules, that every bee belongs to her and her alone. But you can feel the weight of this truth. Without her, the hive collapses, and if another queen should rise, there will be no compromise, only war. Already, somewhere in the cells, new larvae are being fed differently, nurtured with the royal jelly that could crown them as queens. And when they emerge, they will not bow. They will fight. One day soon, the buzzing harmony of the hive will twist into chaos, and you will stand in the middle of it. By your 12th day, your body has hardened. Your jaws are stronger, your legs steadier, your wings ready, but still folded. And with this new strength comes a new burden. You join the workers who transform the hive into a vault. Zigzag corridors lined with wax cells, each one waiting to be filled. From the foragers you receive gifts, pollen clinging to their legs like golden dust, nectar heavy in their swollen stomachs. You take it, mold it, press it deep into the hexagons. The hive becomes a living storehouse, each cell a jar of treasure sealed in wax. And when your stomach fills with sugar, you do not eat. You regurgitate, passing the nectar mouth to mouth until it thickens into honey. It drips, gleams, hardens. The food of the hive, built from the labor of thousands of bodies like yours. But your duty does not stop at storage. You sweat wax from your body, shaping it with your jaws, stretching it thin, molding it into perfect walls. The comb rises higher, wider, endless. Every brick of this palace is carved from your own flesh. The air is heavy with heat, the buzzing of wings constant in your ears. There is no pause, no silence, no choice, only work. And still, you know this is only preparation, because soon, your task will no longer be to build, but to defend. By the 18th day, your role shifts again. No longer a builder, no longer a nurse. Now, you are the hive's breath, its shield. The air inside grows hot, suffocating. Thousands of wings beat together, a thunderous hum filling every chamber. You join them, fanning with all your strength, forcing the stifling heat out, drawing cool air in. Your wings blur, vibrating until your muscles burn. Every beat keeps the larvae alive, keeps the honey from spoiling, keeps the queen herself from withering in the heat. But cooling is only half your burden. The other half waits at the hive's edge. You march to the entrance, antennae twitching, jaws open, stinger ready. For the first time, you face the outside world not as a worker, but as a guard. The air beyond the hive is filled with predators. Hornets drift on the wind, wasps circle, spiders string webs between the branches. Even other bees may try to invade, stealing the hive's treasure. When they come, there is no hesitation. You throw yourself at them, stingers piercing, mandibles clamping. And when you strike, you know the truth. Your stinger will tear from your body. You will die, but your death will not matter. Because here, life is not your own. It belongs to the hive. On your 22nd day, the hive releases you. No longer a nurse, no longer a builder, no longer a guard. You are now a forager, and the world outside waits. You spread your wings, trembling with both fear and instinct. The sunlight sears your compound eyes. Then, you leap. For the first time, you rise into open air. The meadow stretches endlessly before you, shimmering with color. Flowers blaze with yellow, violet, red, each one dripping with nectar. The air tastes sweet, heavy with promise, but it also tastes of danger. Predators stalk every shadow. A mantis sways on a stem, claws folded like blades, waiting for a careless bee to drift close. A spider hangs motionless in her web, each strand invisible until it's too late. Above, dragonflies hover, fast, merciless, their jaws strong enough to tear you in half midair. You fly low, careful, your wings rattling against the wind. At last, you land on a flower. Its nectar is rich, warm, filling your gut with sweetness. Your legs dust with golden pollen. For a moment you feel safe. For a moment you believe the meadow belongs to you. Then, the shadow falls. A hornet, massive, armored, its mandibles glinting like knives. It dives. Your heart thrums. Your wings scream, and you launch into the air. The chase is on. Each beat of your wings is life or death. And as you twist through the grass, you understand the truth. Outside the hive, every second is borrowed time. Weeks pass. Your wings, once clear and strong, are now ragged and torn. The edges fray, the veins crack. Each flight burns your muscles. Each landing shakes through your tired body. You push on anyway. The hive demands it. Trip after trip, flower after flower, you return with less and less. The meadow that once shimmered with color feels heavier now, every stem taller, every gust of wind sharper. Your sisters pass you easily, their wings fresh, their bodies strong. You fall behind, trembling in the air as they vanish ahead. For the first time, you feel it. You are no longer an asset. You are a burden. One day, you leave the hive on another foraging flight. But this time, your wings falter midair. The ground rushes up to meet you. You crawl, dragging yourself through the grass, your legs weak, your body trembling. Above you, the sun blazes, but you no longer have the strength to rise. The meadow that once fed you now looms like a graveyard. Ants creep closer, their antennae twitching, their jaws ready. You thrash weakly, but you know, this is the end. Your body stiffens, your wings fall still, and the hive carries on, unchanged, as though you never existed. Not every worker meets the same fate. Some are born late in the season, when the flowers fade and the air sharpens with cold. These are the winter bees. Their bodies are thicker, heavier, built to endure what the meadow cannot give. They do not fly far. They do not forage. Their purpose is survival, not of themselves, but of the hive. When the frost creeps across the fields and snow seals the world in silence, the hive retreats inward, thousands of bodies pressed together, a living furnace. At the center, the queen trembles, fragile without her endless court, and around her, the winter bees form a shield. They vibrate their wings, generating heat not for flight, but for warmth. Hour after hour, day after day, they burn themselves to keep the hive alive. Their lives stretch longer than the summer workers, but not in freedom, not in peace. Every heartbeat, every shiver, is a sacrifice. And when the frost finally breaks, when the first flowers open again in spring, the winter bees collapse, spent, their bodies littering the hive floor. Their deaths mark the hive's rebirth. Above all the workers, one life defines the hive, the queen. Her story begins the same as yours, sealed in wax, fed by her sisters. But unlike you, her diet is different. Royal jelly, thick, rich, and endless. A single choice of food sets her apart, swelling her body, rewriting her fate. When she hatches, she does not join the workers. She hunts. Her first task is to seek out every rival queen that shared her brood, and kill them. One by one, she pierces them with her sting, until only she remains. It is not a birth. It is a massacre. She rises, fed and guarded, her scent flooding the hive, bending thousands to her will. When the time comes, she leaves the hive once, only once, to mate. In the sky, she flies among drones, each male competing for her. Those who succeed pay the ultimate price. Their bodies break as they pass their seed, falling lifeless to the ground. She returns, her abdomen swollen with the power to create life. For years, she lays thousands upon thousands of eggs, day after day, her body burning itself into exhaustion. The hive thrives, but the queen weakens. And when her scent fades, when her body slows, the workers choose another. A new queen rises. The old one is left behind, exiled, starved, forgotten. Her reign ends not in glory, but in silence. This is the truth of the hive. From worker to queen, no bee is free. Every life is given. Every death is certain. Life as a bee is brutal. But tell me, what creature should I cover next? Drop your answer in the comments, because your idea might be the star of the next video. And don't forget, subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss the next story of survival.